Tuesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Miriam Longe, and with me, as usual, are my co-hosts. But what's not so usual is YK in the building. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We have missed you.
Thank you.
I missed myself. Where have you been? What's been happening with you?
I had to go to, there was this podcast about Fela that Obama did. I had to go for the dinner for that in LA. And then, of course, I always direct myself to my family in London, my daughter and my grandkids. So I stayed with them for a while. And now I'm back. Happy to be back. I missed Nigeria. It was so cold. It was so cold in England. Man.
You miss the heat.
I'm basking in the hot sun. I love it. I love it.
For 2 days now, you'll be done. After 2 days now, you'll be done with the hot sun.
You think so?
Yes. Yesterday was so humid.
Yesterday I came outside. The sun beats me. I ran back inside the house. I said, "Yay!" It was just hammering my face. I said, "Oh, girl." But I'm still happy to be back. I'm happy to be with you all. Happy with the viewers.
See the way you said it, Obama really spoke a lot, called Yenny. I saw it, the video you sent me. And, really talk. No, she sent me a video because I was like, if she sees Obama, she should please take a selfie and then tell him that Miriam is greeting him. Yeah, but that was good, the recognition.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And it's his company that did the podcast, sponsored the podcast. So, of course, that's why he... and the podcast is, I think, currently #1 in a few places. Yeah. So nice. It's doing very well, But guess what? In LA, I entered those driverless cars.
Yes!
I saw that one. You said that one. How was it?
I would never have entered it still. Say, you say you're on Your View, you don't want to carry the experience, to go and tell them how it is to enter. I said, it's not, no, I don't want to enter a car without a driver. Say, no, you are going to disappoint me. Talk.
No, so that was it. I was the person making the video.
It wasn't there. It wasn't.
He was telling her from
the people from higher ground that were with me. One of them was in the car with me. He is the one because you have to have an app. Call the thing. See the thing coming like a monster like that. I say, you enter, no driver. Then the back seat, the headrest looks like the head, a funny head of a monster. Just like that.
Like monster.
I say, hey, God.
Okay, you just kept seeing monster.
Like how long was the distance that you
were? It was a very short distance.
It was fun. It was what?
What do you mean it was fun?
Was it?
I'm telling you, it was.
They had anxiety.
Oh yeah. All right, let's hear. Nima.
I wanted to post it.
Yeah.
Then my brother now says, "Don't come and be disgracing our family. People have been entering the car since you want to come and post."
We have not entered.
Thank you.
Let her post it.
Thank you.
I allowed you to post it.
Nima, you went away for a few days.
Yes,
welcome back.
Engineer Abdul Jamil, Muhammad Jamil Ibrahim, and Dr. Ruqayya Ibrahim's wedding. So it was Nikah in Abuja. It was beautiful, but the most beautiful part of it was spending the night with my cousin. So I told my cousin I was in Abuja on Saturday morning that I would see her on Sunday before leaving, but she said, "How dare you?" I didn't sleep a wink. We gisted till I've not seen her in 14 years.
Oh, wow.
She's my first cousin, and so catching up. It was lovely. Thank you to our wonderful family.
Yeah, I saw the bride, beautiful bride.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beauty and
congratulations to them.
Amaka, how far?
Yes, my darling. So today I'm
looking
here to rant.
red.
Thank you. Today I'm here to rant because I don't understand how we're supposed to be encouraging Dirty December, foreigners, tourists to come in and enjoy what we have. And then we're now using this same time to what they call that, hunt people or businesses where they are closing businesses that have been operating. A lot of business around town that have been operating from January to November, December. Then all of a sudden, this December now, you're now shutting them down and sealing them for noise. They did not make noise from Monday to Sunday from January to December. Is this so? it doesn't make sense. You can't just, we can't say we have a plan, we want people to come and enjoy, and then want our own people to also benefit from the businesses, and we're doing the witch hunting them. That's the word, witch hunting them. That's not right.
The right word.
It's my mom's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mama. She said to me that the best birthday she got, I have to rush because of time, was her grandson. He said he kept vigil. He told her that they should keep vigil until it was her birthday. And every hour, 2 hours until the time, and every hour, every 30 minutes, he'll bring up a picture, he'll tell her to say something. She said at a point she had to fall, she fell asleep, but she'll hear his voice, just keep talking to her about her life so far. And for her, that's the best birthday. And once it was 12, he was awake to wish her a happy birthday. So for all of us, anything that comes now, it comes second to what he did for her. She says the best. Yes. Wow. So happy birthday, Mommy. I love you. And I'm so happy that we're able to celebrate yet another year in good health. See? Okay, let's go on a short break. When we come back, we will look at the papers.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. Now let's look at today's papers, and we're starting with The Nation. Major headline in The Nation: Tinubu bring back all abductees. Students to access federal government's 50 million naira innovation grant. More Nigerian fighter jets troops in Benin Republic. Nigeria, US moving in right direction, says Rep. Riley Moore. And a huge advertorial here from Tantita Security congratulating the new Minister of Defense. What have we got in The Nation?
Okay, so the federal government yesterday unveiled a 50 million naira 50 million naira student venture capital grant for students across tertiary institutions. The grant is to promote innovation, research excellence, and entrepreneurship. It's open to students in year 3 and above. The government said it was targeting 250,000 students in the first cohort, with over 100,000 students already enrolled and receiving training in 1,620 centers nationwide. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, who unveiled the initiative in Abuja, described it as a bold step towards empowering young innovators and building a robust national innovation ecosystem. The minister said that the application portal opened on November 17 and will close on January 23rd of 2026, with the evaluation process beginning immediately afterwards. Yes, he also said that the initiative was conceived to promote creativity, enterprise, and economic independence among students, adding that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to youth development formed the backbone of the program. So congratulations to the students, and I wish them all the best, when they start the evaluation process.
Okay, so congratulations to the people of Niger State. The president also, through his spokesperson, his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, has expressed joy over the release of 100 pupils from the abducted St. Mary's Catholic School in Papiri, Agwara local government area of Niger State. He praised the efforts of the security agencies and said that, but his joy is not full yet until the other 115 students as well as teachers are finally released. So he's charging the security agencies, he says, do everything to bring back all abductees, and he congratulated the governor and the people of Niger State. The governor on his own part says that there will be no going back until the rescue is fully complete. of all abductees, and then the freed people have now been reunited with family members.
Okay.
I would just like to ask if they have made arrests, because if you rescued them, you must have found out their hideout. So have they arrested?
Yes. Well, these
kidnappers.
The kidnappers.
That's a good one.
You know, and where are the others? How did they move them? So they just caught some, you know, and if they have arrested, it would be nice for us to at least know and see
what's happening.
Pictures of the people they've arrested. Okay.
Do you have a story?
Yeah, I took one from inside because we have adverts on the
front page.
Front page. I just took a small story about by a statement by the Anambra police, commissioner of police, Ikioye Orotugu, who has condemned the attack on the Anglican Church last Sunday, where the wife of the cleric was killed and they razed part of the building. And he said it was carried out by armed criminals, which resulted in the death of one person, which I've said, and the building partially burnt. He said that the attack was wicked and an affront on the community, peace, sanctity of life, and freedom of worship. He said no. This is all the statement from the commissioner of police. He said no community should be subjected to such brutality, as the command will not allow criminals instill fear or destabilize the peace of the state.
Okay, let's move on to the next paper, The Punch. Major headline in The Punch: federal government defers 70% of 2025 capital projects to 2026. Benefold coup, U.S. reviews travel warning, hostages regain freedom. POS takeover, federal government ends cash payments in MDAs. And another advertorial. What do we have in The Punch?
I took the inside again.
Okay.
The truck driver and passenger died in Lagos crash. This happened on Otedola Bridge. Just 48 hours after another one had happened in the Ososo area of Ogun State. He said that the truck was coming with full speed, and that full speed, maybe he just saw the trailer and he couldn't brake, and then he bashed. You know, he went headlong into the trailer, and two of them died. The driver and his passenger. The trailer driver they didn't find because that one absconded as soon as the thing happened.
Something has to be done. What do you?
Yes, the more of our fighter jets, flying into Benin Republic. The nation reports that they are deploying more fighter jets to Benin Republic, which recently suffered a coup attempt, and Nigeria is helping to restore peace to that country. According to the nation, they captured the history of the country going through some political crisis, also battling jihadists, which are also battling, and serving as a key corridor for key trade corridor for for the region. And so why it's important for us to do that. But Nigeria is presently intervening, and they're sending fighter jets there. The president says that this is to assert control over Benin Republic airspace, which of course is one of our close allies. And the president, President Patrice Talon, tried to put down the coup attempt, and we're assisting in that because he had reached out for help.
And then let me just add to that, in Punch, they says Benefold coup. They says CAM has returned to Cotonou following the failed coup attempt in Benin Republic on Sunday. And then the United States Embassy has confirmed this. It's lifting its earlier shelter-in-place advisory for American citizens in the country. And the embassy said it has reassessed the conditions on ground after a turbulent 24 hours, and that based on its assessment, we're lifting the shelter-in-place recommendation and urging American citizens to continue exercising caution, avoid crowds and demonstrations, and maintain a low profile. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with the papers. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Every clash of ideas begins the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
two voices, two views, standing apart,
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was just about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for?
Oh, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Fact.
Thank you for staying with us. We're still looking at the papers, the Punch.
Okay, yes. The federal government has outlawed the use of fiscal cash for the payment of revenue and directed ministries, departments, and agencies to install the point of sale terminals within 45 days. The directive formed part of the 4 Treasury circulars issued by the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, and which was obtained by Punch on Monday. In the document, the Accountant General Mr. Ogunjimi said all payments to the federal government must now be made electronically and routed through channels approved by the Treasury. All payments to government, they do not want to anymore, that fiscal cash is now prohibited, and that this circular, was sent out before, and people still continue doing what they wanted to do. But right now, they are being strict on it, and they are enforcing it, and that they are doing this in line with, they are doing this to be integrated into the appropriate Treasury single account. This is Nigeria. I hope that when, usually when certain things are trying to the ministries, the departments, they are used to doing things in a certain way. So when they come out with all these new directives, they find it difficult to change their ways because they are so steeped into
enforcement is important. Daily Sun is our next paper. Major headline: uproar in Anambra, Benue, Imo, others over killings. Court bars AMCON appointed lawyers from representing GHL over disobedience of court order. What do we hear? I'm sure because of the adverts.
So Justice Ambrose of the Federal High Court in Lagos on Monday barred senior lawyer Oluseyi Opasan from appearing as counsel for General Hydrocarbons Limited in its ongoing suit against the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON, and 3 others. So what had happened was that on December the 3rd, right, Barrister Layonu stated that he remains the official counsel for GHL because that the company had appointed him as their legal representative, and that he requests the court to confirm his status as the company's proper representative. And he also emphasized that AMCON's alleged appointment of a receiver and manager contravened existing court orders. But then the SAN, Opasan, however, argued that AMCON appointed a receiver and manager on September the 18th, 2025, and that he had tendered his appointment documents in an affidavit dated December the 2nd, 2025. He explained that once a receiver is appointed, the company's directors lose authority, including the power to appoint legal counsel. Any lawyer acting on the director's instructions, he contended, would have no standing. But regardless, this is for the Federal High Court to sort out, and they have sorted it out by bearing AMCON for making such appointments until the case was determined. Anyone else?
Okay, I took very short. The court has rejected the appeal, the application by Kanu, the leader of the indigenous peoples, or people of Biafra. He's asked to be transferred to either Kefi or Suleja or somewhere in Abuja. He wants to pursue his appeal, but the court has rejected that application.
Have you got a story?
No.
Okay.
It's Vanguard.
All right, let's go to the next paper, the Vanguard. A major headline in the Vanguard: Tinubu sees Benin Republic airspace legally. Senate source: federal government to court. Speed up hearing of terrorism kidnap cases. 100 students released by terrorists handed over to Niger government. Federal government bans cash payments for its services.
So I have an inside story. The people of Ikorodu and Lagos East have benefited from their senator, and I like this particular kind of projects. The senator representing Lagos East, Senator Abiru, decided to empower 98 wards and 48 cooperatives across all 16 local governments in Lagos East by giving them a total of 480 million as cooperative grants. So for me, this is outstanding because as the chairman, House Committee on Finance, Banking, Insurance and other financial institutions, he brought his expertise to bear. All 48 cooperatives will receive about 10 million. These cooperatives are spread between farmers, artisans, and all other bodies within the his constituency. Why I took the story is because we are used to the keke napep and the generator and all of those empowerment. Even though he did that, he provided grants which, most of the market women, artisans can then take access funding for their businesses. This is a new thing, and I think most of the senators should follow suit. He's giving the minimum of 10 million per groups, and total amount of about 480 million. Financing is huge. Okay. And he still did about 12,000 household things and 2,000 beneficiaries for cash and all of that. But the fact that he was able to empower their cooperatives to create funding and financing for businesses is huge for me.
Yeah. What else do we have in the Vanguard?
The federal government yesterday urged the judiciary to expedite hearings on cases involving terrorism, kidnapping, human trafficking, and similar serious crimes. According to the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi-San, the judiciary, as the guardian of justice and the custodian of the rule of law, must lend its weight to national efforts to combat insecurity. The AGF also stated that through firm, consistent and adjudication, the courts can ensure that those who threaten peace and stability are held accountable, that impunity is dismantled, and that the sanctity of human life and property is protected. He also noted and commended the Court of Appeal for now taking cases, to help with the congestion of cases that they've been having. Yes. Lastly, he also noted that the government is equally mindful that this can only be achieved by enhancing the capacity of the judges who would handle these cases and other cases in the docket of our courts, and that even though the political cases often command public attention and urgency, it is imperative that we also recognize the critical role of commercial litigation in shaping the destiny of our nation in an era where economic stability and foreign investments are indispensable to national growth.
Okay. YK, do you have a story in the Vanguard?
No, I don't.
Okay, let's quickly go on to our last paper for today. Nigerian Tribune, insecurity. Miners tackle northern governors reject call for ban on mining. Reps squeeze NERC over 109 moribund licenses. Tinubu in separate meetings with Fubara, 7 APC governors. ICPC Works Ministry begin nationwide audit of 760 road projects. Dengue vaccine gains major approval. Gunmen murder pastor's wife, raise house vehicles in Anambra State, kill 4 in another community. NSA hands over 100 rescued pupils to Niger government. And U.S. Congressman Moore says security talks with Nigeria productive. Top strip of $2.4 billion Eurobond oil receipts remittances drive Nigeria's $7.5 billion reserve surge, says according to research. Court bars AMCON appointed lawyer from representing GHL over disobedience of court order, which we've taken. Turaki-led PDP, governors, others hold marathon meetings and meet convention plans by Wike's camp. I have a story here, and this is a sad story. It says, wife of an Anglican priest was on Sunday murdered by gunmen in church in Lilu in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. They say the gunmen stormed the church premises in the morning hours, injuring several persons and setting ablaze the priest's apartment and 2 vehicles said to belong to the priest and security agencies. They said that they also partially burnt the church building as well and destroyed many properties. So the police commissioner has confirmed that this incident happened, and some of the stories that were gathered that the hoodlums might have been angry with the priest for providing accommodation for operatives who had been guarding the area over a period of time. The police expressed, their sadness about how their deepest sympathies to the victims of this, and says this is unacceptable, and they'll do everything to make sure that they find the perpetrators of this crime. These were innocent citizens that did not deserve this. And they said in another development, 4 people were killed in Northia community in Njikoka local government area. They said this happened at Afo Market in the area. The gunmen arrived at the market junction, opened fire, killing victims on the spot. Wow. Just like
this
that.
Is not,
condolence messages have gone out again.
Protest against
in the community. So people in the community are saying, see, they've had some semblance of peace for a while, and this has just come and just upturned.
That's what I'm saying.
Upturned everything.
I hope it's not a fallback.
So anyway, they're asking for people to please remain calm and vigilant and continue to cooperate with security operatives. Security operatives are saying that they're going to, do that. Also read part of the story in The Punch where it said that the police had actually gotten intelligence that something like that was going to happen, and they had put things in place. In fact, arrested some of the suspects, but they still were able to go ahead to do, murder people in that church. This is really sad. Who else has a story?
I have dengue fever.
Okay, quickly.
So the world's first single-dose vaccine to prevent dengue fever has been approved for license in Brazil, and I commend Brazil particularly for this research because it's one of the countries most plagued by dengue fever in Brazil and the United States recorded 5.9 million cases of dengue and more than 6,000 deaths in 2024 alone. And so this research recently has, brought about this new invention, which will, of course, mitigate dengue fever. Dengue fever is a fever that affects people, causing high fever, severe muscle and bone pain, and it can lead to shock as well as bleeding and death. And it's very prevalent in the Southern America area. The research, the documentary I saw on dengue, I thought every Brazilian during pregnancy was, at risk of it. So it's good that people are doing research. The universities are working.
Okay, that's all we can take in the papers for this morning. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we move to our hot topic. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Now hope
They carry us.
even when wahala dey choke, we stand gidigba. Hope dey waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit e no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin wey dey read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
Tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija.
Your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
Hey, you already have Destiny Helper. I know that.
I go shook and for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
Our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
To keep building, to keep hoping.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was the gist about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know sha. Cause fake vlogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVcentertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Thank you for staying with us. Our viewers, today's story. A wife allegedly used her husband's house as collateral for a bank loan without his knowledge. Now, with the loan unpaid, bank officials have arrived at the property attempting to evict him and throw out his belongings from his own home. Some argue the wife must have been desperate, trying to support the family or fund a business, and may not have intended any harm. They say many women handle finances quietly to help the home, and the backlash is unfair without knowing her full story or the pressures that she was under. Others insist this is a serious breach of trust, legality, and respect, calling it fraud within marriage. They argue no spouse should secretly use shared or personal property as collateral, and the husband has every right to be outraged and protected legally. So this morning we are asking, should spouses ever take major financial decisions without the other's consent? Can desperation justify secrecy? And most importantly, who is truly at fault here? The wife, the bank, or the man? What are your thoughts on this? Join us on this conversation on 0201-635-2013 or 090-241-63440. You can also tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC, and we're also streaming live on YouTube at TVC Entertainment. Ladies, when I heard this story, I was like, okay, let us hear. No, I don't like doing that gender thing. No, that's one thing I don't like. When something happens, they say our gender. Please don't put us in one.
Whose gender is it?
I don't know. It's not a gender.
We've been in the news so many times this month.
Okay, tell us.
This end of the year.
What has happened?
The other day, one firstly accused husband. The other day, we did another one. Wait till that one even to safe. Another.
Who firstly accused husband again?
One accused the husband of having defiling her 3-year-old and 4-year-old child.
Right.
7 and 4-year-old child daughters. She put it in the paper. They carried blog. So one eyewitness reporter, wasn't any major newspaper, carried it in. It was hot topic here for us. We have already done hot topic before the police investigation showed the children were not touched. There was no defilement, and then she confessed to having framed her husband.
Okay. Today's topic, why is why?
So no, we are coming. The other day, the other one that happened.
Which one was
another
that?
one happened. It's 3 that has happened. When I read this one, I was like, kill me, go. Is it now want to shower witchcraft? I don't understand what's happening.
don't understand.
How are you going to take a loan with husband property? They even collect the house from him. And you are seeing videos, and you are okay. The one was saying in the video, I will contact your family. I will take it off.
Okay. So let us go.
You see, let's be honest.
Okay.
Because I know you don't like gender killing.
Don't put us in one box.
But when women want to be wicked, they can be wicked. Go to their aya. The one they will do like this. Anyway, look at me. Are you a human being or
a monster?
A robot? One of those kind.
Those.
Are you one of those cars?
Driverless cars.
It has to be.
How can you? Do you have hearts? her husband's house. So now the husband has no house.
They both don't have.
No,
that's what
the video that I saw of the woman. She was inside car.
Yeah.
They took everything. They brought all the mattress outside and emptied their house, the bank and their people, and they came from Federal High Court according to the video. So the case had been in the court. That was one that did not understand me.
Okay.
So Oboya is the lawyer side of me, because I should just be a layman Nigerian now and just follow.
No, we need the lawyer side, because I'm wondering how this can happen. If I'm not the one that gives consent on my property, why should you throw me out?
You cannot take a loan on my property, using my property as collateral, without the bank getting an official consent from me. I should show up, sign that for you, give you that, that I'm standing guarantor for you for that loan. If you don't have the collateral, even as spouses, except the property is a joint one, and their account has always been run on, one can sign. I don't believe some of the details is not just Amaka help me.
Yes,
like didn't tidy up. I'm wondering.
Okay, so I'm sorry that I'm laughing, but I'm going to play devil's advocate somehow today.
Okay, let's
start with the fact that regardless of the good intention of the wife, that we need to realize that even good intentions can lead to serious and dire consequences.
Okay, what is the good intention?
No, because when you were reading it, you said that maybe she used it for the benefit of the family. These are
and that's what she chopped the money.
Even if she felt that maybe she was doing it for the benefit of the family, that's why I said you need to realize that even good intentions can lead to serious and dire consequences. That's one. So now, if we want to I like to, the lawyer in me, so just put
let's
break it down to the different faults.
Okay.
Who has the primary fault? Primary fault goes to the wife.
Okay.
First of all, because we should know that even the Bible says husband and wife becomes one, and that we also realize that and know that two is better than one. So the wife bears full primary responsibility for this issue, in the sense that she did it in secret, and if let's say she had shared what she wanted to do with her husband, for example, it was a business idea or for something to help the family, and maybe things were going wrong to get to the point where she can't pay off the loan, they will have been able to put heads together to find a solution, or so that not get to the point where they are now coming, they are evicted from the house, where they are coming to take the property. Who has the secondary? Who bears the secondary fault? Secondary fault is the bank. Okay. Because obviously the bank did not do their due diligence, because if the property belongs to just the husband or belongs to both parties jointly, you cannot use a property as collateral without getting the signatures of both partners and making sure that both partners have given consent to the use of their property. And secondly, if there is a default if let's say there was a mistake done somewhere, for example, and then there's a default on that loan, there should be a contact of both partners, right? Yes, because even the bank should have even done a search to make sure that this property belongs to the person that is actually bringing it, or the partners that are bringing it to use as collateral. What are their contact details, address, and all those things, right? So they also failed and did not do their due diligence, even when they wanted to take the property, by making sure that they contacted the owners to say, oh, you're in arrears, warning, before they didn't just wake up one day and they defaulted in one day and they came to collect property. So there's always a process to this thing. So the secondary fault is the bank. Then the person that has I won't say no fault, little or no fault is the husband. Why am I saying yes? Little, I say little. I don't want to exclude him from responsibility 100%, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Because I put a responsibility on him, like what kind of home and family or relationship are you running with your partner? I know that some people marry their enemies, and yes, you can say that we pray every day that please let's not be in bed or be married to our enemies, right? But then it's also important, and it's also your responsibility as a partner to make sure that you have a thriving relationship where you're communicating with your partner, where you know that, when you meet happy couples and when you see relationships that are thriving, you don't have to second guess yourself. It's clear, it's glaring. When you see partners that don't have connection, or where there's harshness, or the things are happening in that relationship, you can also tell. So the reason I'm giving a bit of responsibility is that what kind of home or family or relationship do you have within your ecosystem?
That's where I want to disagree. So, because I kept thinking, just as lawyers now, that how did this pull through ordinarily, to take a loan with someone else's document, you require that person's consent. Even if it's a mortgage, you require that person to be in the know. So you can do whatever, maybe he knows, but the bank, just as you said, ought to do their due diligence to be sure that those documents belong to you or come through you, or you have the consent of the owner to use them. Then, when there's a default on that loan, the bank ought to put that person on notice that you've defaulted, giving him room to either come clear, the loan in question, or, renegotiate it. How did they pull it through? To court notices. When they wanted to take it over, they don't just come and take it over. They get a court order to take it over. That's the process. So they file court process. They file notices. It has to be because madam is inside the house ensuring, say, notice no they serve. If she receives notice of court process on his behalf, somebody will sign. Go on, break up. Because the witchcraft that
let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with this conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silent.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was the gist about Ira Star and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new tvcentertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
Oh, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them oh. And that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news.
Thank you for staying with us. Nima, you were talking.
Yes, I'm wondering, let's even look at the court processes, filing the court processes, the services that the court will require, putting him on notice. Usually, the bank ought to do that. So I'm calculating minimum of at least 4 notices before they get to full trial. And I'm wondering, how they take serve him? Did they serve at a fake address? If they served at this address he was arrested, who they receive the notices? Because somebody will receive and sign.
And she, or maybe
he might be the person that can forge his signature that will do it. And so if the documents that are showing him, it looks like his signature, and he's insisting he did not see these documents before.
Okay, let's say to the lawyers again, what would be his legal options? Because he was not aware.
Okay, she has committed fraud.
She should go to jail.
Yeah, she has committed fraud, right?
If she has forged his signature.
She has forged his signature, right? Or whatever that has happened, she has forged his signature. What are her intentions? Did she knowingly? So by the time they asked the banks, and the bank said, but we serve notices. So did she now hide the notices? That means she intentionally. So one thing we caught, when they accuse you of something, it's not just that you did the thing. What was the intention behind that act? Right? So it's not just that she acted out of maybe our children, they sent their children home from school and they can't pay school fees. Let me quickly take this loan and pay school fees. So, right? It's now what she can do
for the intention, but he has options. Let's take a call from Peter from Abuja. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Yeah, you guys are wonderful. Like I always say, I'm a regular caller on your show.
Thank you.
And God will continue to enlighten and be with you. God will continue to protect you. You are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Most of the topics you guys brought up here are things that are so sensitive and so germane. I want to thank you. Kudos to you guys.
Thank you.
You see, on this very topic, it is a very sad development. And it appears being a man in this world categorizes you as a second-class citizen. I don't know. Oftentimes, when female counterpart does some unthinkable things to their male counterpart, the whole world takes it like it's a normal thing. It doesn't matter. Like, for instance, a video went viral about some days back of a teacher of 33 years old who exploited a student of 16 years old sexually. And let us assume it happened the other way around. The whole world will have engulfed in fire by now. Let's happen that teacher is a man of 33 years old who exploited a girl child of 16 years old. Now, let's turn to think of it. A wife went ahead and used the husband's house as collateral. For God's sake, that man was long gone. I can tell you that man is a walking corpse. I can tell you the unthinkable must have been done to that man. His relatives, it's advisable the man should go for medical checkup. Probably attempt has been made on his life. It's possible that man has been poisoned with slow poison that will be killing him gradually. For a woman to have the gut to go to that extent, I am telling you, that man is no longer existing.
Wow.
So the world should try to balance equation. This is just my own. I'm a baba for girls. I have female children.
Okay.
But the fact is, the world is not being fair to men. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Peter, for your contribution. YK, he talks about the wickedness of a woman and how women, the things that we do almost make the man seem like a second-class citizen. But is it a woman behavior really, or just human behavior? Haven't there been stories of men who have sold houses over their wives? So does this mean that this is a particular behavior or trait of a woman?
I want to just say, with women, I think we have heavy shock absorbers. We are able to absorb a lot of, so we don't cave.
Okay.
Under circumstances like that. A man will cave, a man will have a heart attack, a man will die. When you can see, I saw the video of the guy is very, he's confused. He's confused. and saying I will report you to your
family.
Your family. Which family?
Office.
I will report you to the police. Which family am I reporting you to? So you see, he's too ego is all his things are outside. The wife is just sitting there looking, and he says she has been packing things out. Small before.
Fear.
So she knew
that
it was coming.
I
don't know. Maybe he has and you know that's another thing, because hell have no fury like a woman scorned. So maybe he had done something that she's now paying him back his vengeance.
Is that possible? Yes. If it was vengeance, she will not be there on the day of eviction.
It's vengeance to see him. It's vengeance to see his
but
face.
you want to see his face, you will not be looking like this. You'll be standing over like this.
No,
I feel like
she was not looking anyhow. She was just sitting down looking now.
Like, okay.
She had a backup plan. That's the problem. In this whole thing, if they were together inside it, she would not have backup plan. The woman was inside car. She did not step down.
Okay.
All the while, the man was the one doing video going, I'm live in my own house. It's not funny.
It's not. It's
not funny. So, and I don't want to join YK's side of where there was something that in the past.
We have to look at
I'm saying that it could be. It may not be. It may just be that she's just evil.
That it could be does not justify it either.
It doesn't justify it.
That's the point.
Because if someone does something bad to me, I'm not going to repay by doing something bad to the person. I will just voice my displeasure or leave the situation and just say you will meet your own in front. No, I will not be the person that will.
You don't want to be the karma.
I don't want to be.
So you will leave your own in front is why people do these things and think they can get away with it. A lot of us, we leave things for God. So it's good to leave things for God, because God will definitely come. But then we have institutions that ensure that people don't just leave it. For instance, this bank, I want to imagine how this guy will sue the bank for not just doing due diligence. Their liability civilly for not just doing their due diligence. But you see me, did you see me before you read me? You see me see? You did not see me before and you went ahead. Did I ever show up your CCTV see me see? Did I sign the document?
All right, while you are speaking Yoruba, let me take Victor from Kaduna.
How did you see me?
Good morning, Victor.
I to you.
Yeah, very good morning, baby.
Good morning.
This topic, I don't even know if to laugh or to cry for the man. It's quite a very sad one, I must confess. But one thing I must point out is the fact that that woman is used to getting away with a
bad behavior
in that marriage. For her to have the mind to go to that extent of putting the house as a collateral to obtain a loan, it means that man should have been a very fair man to her, and she's used to getting away with a lot. Yes, you don't do that. There are some men you can't even think of doing that to, because there will be death consequences. So that is one. Then secondly, for her to be able to succeed in doing that, it means a lot of documents were forged. Yes, that didn't just happen out of the blue. A lot of documents were forged, and just like the earlier caller said, generally in the society, women tend to get away with a lot, and I don't know, maybe it is our natural design as because even as men, we tend to give soft landing to women compared to how we hold fellow men accountable. That is how I see it. Then finally, I think that woman should be arrested and prosecuted. Yes, she should be arrested and prosecuted because she has just damaged someone. And let me talk to my big sister in the red jacket. The truth of the matter is, I don't believe that men have better shock absorbers. In most cases, the person who invests more is often the one who is being hit the most. Yes, it is not really about the shock absorber, because for you to even know that something like this is happening, you covered it up. And for them to come and evict you, I'm sure there were notices upon notices.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Victor, for your contribution. Amaka?
I want to point out some things and then I also give an example. First off, it shows that from this conversation, I want to believe that the husband is a bit transparent because the woman was able to have certain access to the documents in the first place. Because if you don't get access to documents, you're not going to start the process. Don't begin forged signature. So I want to, commend him first of all, because there's some men that they have properties, they have things, but you don't even know where the papers are. You don't even know about them, right? So I commend him for the fact that he's a transparent husband. That
he was a good husband.
He was a good husband. I don't know that he's a good husband. I don't know what he has, because I'm going to give an example, right? Okay. He was a transparent, whether good or bad, it's relative, but he was a transparent husband. That's on one side. Then on another side, we'll talk about. On another side, I can tell from the video that the man is not willing and ready to leave his marriage. Okay. It will shock you, right? Because for someone that is so angry and wanted to persecute the woman, he will not be doing this video and be jumping up and down. He knows that immediately. He will have just gone to police station, arrested. For the fact that there's some men that are violent to start hitting the woman. The woman is there sitting, relaxing. She still has confidence in that marriage and in her husband and in the man that regardless of anything that has happened, somehow we'll find our way back.
That's a good husband. No,
they come. You know why I said that? And it's not about good or bad. Okay. So I have a friend that he don't also fool. You want to look at it, right? And then he now said he wanted to dispose of one of his properties. And I said, he now called me, he's my friend, and please, can you help me do this and everything? I can't get buyers and everything. Can't work at the matter, can't do session. Because but the property don't belong to you now. Why you want to say? He said, what do you mean? I have the papers and things. They said, well, it don't belong to you now. And then he said, Maka, you're not a good lawyer. I will change the lawyer. Just they shout. I said, I don't decrease. I said, okay, come, maybe we'll go there, maybe we'll go meet them. Then we'll go to the people who are in charge of property. He can't reach. I can't say, your wife don't sell the property since.
Jesus.
Right? Do you know what he did? So there was nothing he just came out. He did not. Tomorrow himself, he has not told me. Tomorrow he has not apologized to me or told me sorry. He just entered the car and left and not talk about it again. You know why? Because he knows say he own cop. Don't fool. So let me tell you something.
Abaka, let me take this is serious. Let me take Tunde from Ojodu. Good morning, Tunde.
Let's start our topic.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tunde.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
I am calling from Ojodu.
Yes.
I always like to listen to your program.
Thank you.
It's always educating. We Nigerians, we are enjoying you.
Oh, thank you so
much. I want to chip in my own advice. There is nothing bad in being trustworthy to one's wife. Whatever happens between husband and wife, your wife is the next person to you. It's your personal assistant. Whatever happens, you must be able to transparent. In the midnight, anything can happen. Before you call your relations, your wife is beside you. So there is nothing bad if the wife can open up. If the wife can open up to the husband. This is what I'm going to do with this certificate. It might be for the benefit of the family altogether. All the same, there is nothing bad if your husband happens to be. The husband cannot say he is not aware of it. But the main fault comes from the bank. Just like Amata has said. There is no how the bank will not know. The husband, there must be signatories from the husband. They must have known that this thing is fraudulent. But because of the interest the bank is getting from this woman, that was why she's able to go through over it. If you look at it, with their experience, bankers are very, very intelligent. So there is no way the banker can go, the bank can go scot-free. They know details about this woman. But because of the arrangement the woman has made with them, that made them to play the game against the man. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Tunde, for your contributions. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with our conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama wey dey fry akara wey see the reason say
Tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija.
Your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Social View.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Helper.
I know that.
I go shoot for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going. It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silent.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer, planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth, unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow. Hope is us, millions of voices, refusing to give up on the promise of this land. Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building.
Thank you for staying with us. Amaka, you were saying... Oh, okay.
Amaka is the one that started...
You gave us a gist.
She started a topic inside the topic, and I'm wondering, So, I will not pretend that I have not seen women on the other side of this thing. In fact, the one that I know, let me to share a story. She was married to this man. She was an only child. Her inheritance, she thought, okay, let's start a business together, and they built their first house from it. From the process of the business, they kept building the house. But the market assuring her the houses should be in his name. 40 years into the marriage, he evicted her.
What? 40, I'll be 14.
40 years. As when she has gotten comfortable and trusted that all the things
she was afraid of. You can't evict me.
He married, served her an eviction notice for their main house in a choice area in Lagos, insisting she does not own anything.
What? Wait, this is the wife.
Thank God that their children have grown up. She would have landed on the... In fact, she landed on the street now, picking carrion. He evicted, I'm not joking, in this Lagos. So it's not like I have not seen women on the other side. My point is, as it's not good for man, it's not good for woman.
That's why I said it's not a gender thing.
So
it's a human behavior.
No, it's the way that our gender carry out their own.
How is it different?
Gestapo. It's gangster. It's wickedness. See the calmness that woman carry for car. You're not gonna say that she collect the loan. Whatever she did with the loan, it didn't even show. You know, she just calm. At least a woman, when she is shouting, she will grab the man, she will shake him. The man will do. The way that woman stand there, nothing shaking her.
All right, let me take a call from Hassan. Good morning, Hassan.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yes. You see, what you are seeing here is a typical Nigerian thing. What people are going through in their different homes. And secondly, you see, we have good and wonderful women, housewives. And the percentage of these good ones nowadays are not much, are not worth sampling. A lot of women goes into marriage for material gains. And some are not even ready to wait till you pass away. No. And I see that lady that took that loan as one of them. That is not even ready for the husband to pass away for her to take her own share. That's what we are seeing. And you see them insisting nowadays. I'm telling you from what I knew. Most of the ladies, you see them insisting on a man putting their names on your property, in which they were not part of. They did not contribute a dime. That shows the hidden agenda with those type of women. And we have them many. And you see, you need to see a woman with confidence in marriage. I met a woman in Festac, in my mechanic place. This is just a short story. She came to that mechanic place and she told the mechanic that, look, we want to sell our motor, her husband motor. He said, Oga motor, he said, yes. We want to sell the motor. And please, talk to me anytime. Don't talk to him. Just talk to him. I will dispose that motor. That shows how confident a lot of women, more especially the educated women in matrimony, you see them talking with confidence. It was the confidence that drove that woman to take the property of her husband to go and acquire a loan in the bank.
Hassan, please let me interrupt you a bit. Is there a problem with a woman being confident in her husband's home? And why is it not two different topics? Is it okay for a woman to share? Isn't it okay for a woman to share in her husband's property? Exactly. Spending years together, having children. Why is that a problem?
Mariam, there is a lot of wrong that goes with it. Because anything can happen to that man. You see, you don't take what does not belong to you. You see, I want women, you understand, to just discard their mind from this issue of my husband's property. I will go for it. You understand? I want women to begin to think the other way around. That look, I can have my own. I can be on my own. You understand? This issue of going to marriage to inherit, going to marriage to control property, going to marriage for material gain is not a good signal in marriage. It makes a man to look interested in that woman. I'm telling you, no matter how rich you are, if you know this woman is staying with you because of your money, you don't respect her. You don't respect her. And respect matters in marriage. That's why you see a lot of them trying to take property, do all sorts of rubbish. She can go to any level to that lady connect with the banks. She connect with them to throw away all the rules.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hassan, can I ask you a question?
Okay, I'm hearing you.
What if the woman comes in and she's the one with the money? How? If
the woman do what?
If the woman comes into the marriage and she's the one with the money, does she keep her money or does she share it with her husband? Because
no. Let her. If the man is a responsible man, look, YK. If a man is a responsible man, you understand, and he loves his wife, he should not look after her property. If you want to mess up your marriage, you understand, go to what does not belong to you. Leave her with her money. She will respect you as a husband. But if you try to go into her money, you know, women are very conscious of what belongs to them. Let us say it the way it is. By the time you begin to show interest, she will wash you down. And you will end up not being a husband, being an irresponsible man. Good morning.
Good morning, Hassan.
Where is the place of two becoming one, of the partnership, of growing together? You see, this just what he just said, just reiterated the conversation I had yesterday at the meeting, where he said, we Nigerians say we all need therapy. We have trust issues. Yeah. And it has eaten deep. Yeah. Because so many people are not housemates. People are not in marriages. People are not in relationships. Yeah. And let's call a spade. People are not in people don't trust each other anymore. You say love, but people don't even understand what love is anymore. People don't understand trust. People don't want to share. Because my understanding and upbringing of what love is and what marriage or relationship is or partnership is sharing, giving. Like I said, what are you hiding? Sometimes people evolve and people change and bad things happen, right? But they still remember the integral part of what this marriage and partnerships, what it's all about.
I like that you said that, and I wanted to ask this question. Is this the worst that can happen in a marriage? Is it a sin that cannot be forgiven? No. When someone does this, let's look at it.
I think he can forgive her, especially if he doesn't have to sleep on the streets that day. I mean, if he has to sleep on the road, it may be more difficult to forgive. Yes.
or maybe the better way to ask it, haven't family turned around, walked through situations like this and become better?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the experience he has after being evicted. You know, I mean, nothing worse than you come into your house and it's no more your house. That means you don't have a roof over your head. Now, I think, food, shelter, they're the most important things in life. Yeah. You know, and you don't have shelter, you definitely don't have food. Yeah. You know, so they can come out of it. I think maybe, but I like where Amaka went about us in Nigeria. We need therapy. Yeah. Because nobody trusts anybody. We are all suspicious of everybody. So we are walking around with these chips on our shoulders. Not even chips, we have boulders on our shoulders now. And we think we are living. We're not living.
You know, Waike, the reason why I asked if this is not something that a marriage can walk through is because the way that we describe issues that happen in marriages is almost as if because a bad thing happened in marriage, throw away the marriage, throw away the wife, throw away a lot of marriages will go through their tough times. There will be betrayals here and there, mistrust. There are some things you can walk out. You know, there are some things that is the final straw, but there are some things that you can walk through. And I say this because there have been many stories of women. They are sitting at home with their children and they heard that daddy has sold the house. And I've seen them walk through that to become better. Yes, they were hurt at the time that it happened, but they've become better. So the marriage itself is not is not thrown away because we have done something wrong. People acknowledge the wrong that they have committed. And in this case, if whatever the woman had put the money into had worked out, would it be a different story altogether? So is there a man that also encourages his woman to be empowered and she has tried businesses and then she finds herself caught up in a particular thing and then she tries, but it didn't work out. So now it is a big issue. But before you step in, we have a caller. Good morning. Ade, I think. Good morning, Ade from London. Good morning.
Yes. I just have a brief comment. Okay. My advice is to men. I want to talk to men. Now, they should have learned from Akin in America. So they should have been using that system. So if you have a property, go and put in your mother's name. If you don't have mother, go and put in your sister's name. Your bank account, put in your sister's name or your mother's name. Have a little amount in your own account. Something like this will never happen. So, because men should learn by now. A Nigerian boxer, you know, it's long time girlfriend in America soon that I want to get money. Because there is account, no money there. All his money belongs to the mother's account. So the world is changing now. Because people come to marriage for property purposes. That's the reason. So once you know you are rich and your wife is not rich or the family, change the name. Don't let her know.
Okay.
So this type of thing will never happen.
All
That's
right.
my advice to men.
Thank you, Mr. Adi, for your contributions. Let's try and round up right now. So why not prenup? Why hiding and lying?
So for me, I think that from even what Mr. Adi has also come to say again, that this trust issue has eaten.
And he's living in London.
Yeah, he's living in London. So let me give advice to both men and women, to the whole world. Please date your tax bracket so that everyone can have peace. Please marry your tax bracket so at least you can relax now and enjoy the relationship and the marriage without
what if you're already fearful. What if you marry your tax bracket while you are married? Tax brackets change.
Suppose your own will change.
What do you do?
So that's what I'm trying to say, right? So because there's a problem, there's a pandemic going on here. But I want to ask one crucial question. What has happened here is a breach of trust, betrayal, breach of trust. Abi? Is it lesser or higher? Because I don't know now. So I don't. We will put it on a scale, please. Is it lesser or higher than the betrayal of trust when it comes to also men cheating, or women cheating, or having another family or anything? Is it on the? I just want to know first. Is it on the same scale? Because if it's on the same scale, that means Nigerian women have been betrayed for generations. So I don't know. With you people that now tell me whether there's a higher scale or lower scale of betrayal of trust and
what should women do in that case?
Thank you very much.
Our agenda. Name.
Okay, so they're not the same. One army robber.
This one arm robbery.
Heartbreak are different from army robber.
We're rounding up.
Yeah, so it happens that way. If now army robber, leave it to the law. I think so. So if it was a mistake, maybe they can. Some are forgivable, some are not. I leave it to the people that have experienced it.
Yeah.
But we help all of us. Only God Almighty can save all of us on that one. But for heartbreak, it's either you forgive it or you do. It's the way you see it the same. To you. I don't really know.
I mean, there are men women have brought Peking that they have trained the Peking that is not their own.
DNA have exposed a lot of. It used to be men that brought Peking, but now DNA trained the men.
And this one, for me, is even worse than having family outside.
This one is worse than DNA bringing a man having family outside.
No, if a man who has a family outside, and you bring a child in that is not the man, and you tell the man
and the man
is his own, and you train the child till the child is 21, then you now come and hear maybe something you have blood test for some reason.
All right, ladies.
I can sort of hear Angel Gabriel. You have this.
Anyway, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contributions on this particular topic. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll move on to our next hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
two voices, two views, standing apart,
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was the gist about Ira Star and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVcentertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for real?
Oh, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express, premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always maintain.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. What you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Thank you for staying with us. Lagos State is gearing up for one of its most significant healthcare shakeups in years. A new dedicated regulatory body solely focused on private medical facilities. Speaker Modashiru Obasa announced the move after growing concerns over inconsistent standards and reports of poor medical management in some private hospitals serving the state's 20 million plus residents. On one side, supporters say this is long overdue. Too many lives have been put at risk, and the current regulator, HEFAMA, which is Health Facility Monitoring and Accreditation Agency, Lagos State, is overwhelmed and understaffed. A new agency, they argue, could finally enforce real accountability, raise the quality of care, and protect patients who rely heavily on private providers. On the other hand, private healthcare practitioners fear the creation of yet another regulatory body could mean bureaucracy, higher compliance costs, and the risk of stifling genuine medical entrepreneurship. Based on your own experience in the Lagos healthcare system, whether as a practitioner, patient, or stakeholder, what do you hope to see in this new regulatory body? Please tell us your experience with private hospitals and clinics in Lagos. And this insight could definitely help shape the future of healthcare in Lagos. And we would like for you to do that by joining this conversation and calling us on 0902-4163-440. And you can tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. Ladies, what do we think? A whole new agency to handle our issues? Because yes, we have discussed these issues over and over again. Go to hospitals, mismanagement of the patient, facilities not properly, there. So what do we do? We get a new agency?
Close the agency that is there now?
Okay, those are the questions to ask.
Because that's my own. If the agency that is there now is not working, close it down, start a new agency. Don't, because that's just you're just
double.
And more money. You are spending more money, but I do agree that hospitals need to be regulated. There are too many hospitals around that are not hospitals, they are clinics. They are at most or at best clinics. They are not. I passed in front of one the other day. Two big buildings, I was looking, and fine on the outside, and I sat in front, and my partner said to me, let's go and register. I said, no, I'm not going to register. That's when sickness will now start coming to meet me. And let me just be. Let me just be.
What kind of superstitious beliefs are these?
I just go and enter. They didn't call me, I call myself, I enter. Of course, they will find the thing that is wrong with looking for. So, but I stood in front of the hospital for about a couple of minutes, and I was wondering, how good are they? How efficient are they? What do they have to call themselves a hospital? A hospital has everything. Just be coming, and you have all of them all over Lagos, all over Nigeria, not even just Lagos. So it's a welcome development if they are going to be effective. If they are just going to bring another agency, get one of their people, their paddy, because Nigeria, we like paddy government, paddy to just head it, and nothing happens. Then I'm not in
for it. Yeah.
agreement of it.
So you are agreeing if this one is completely shut down, then create a new agency and staff with the proper people.
Yes, obviously if you're opening it, that means the one that is working there is already there, is not working. So scrap it. Start a new one that is going to be effective. And please, when you start it, don't go and put lawyer where is supposed to be medical person.
Yeah.
You know, or put pharmacist where lawyer should be. Put the round pegs in the round holes and the square pegs in the square holes. That's my own.
So I'm wondering, why do we need a new body? I just quickly confirmed so that I will not do mistake. In Lagos State alone, they have the Ministry of Health. They have the Health Service Commission. These are bodies that also ought to check. They have the FEMA, the one you mentioned, which is the regulatory body itself for private and hospitals and clinics across the country. So if you add a fourth one, why do you need a fourth one? If you can spot why did you not do what empower a farmer to do better?
Okay.
If you can add a fourth agency, you can actually beef up a farmer, give them more, whatever is making them fail, even hold them to account for failing. You know, if somebody is being sacked for a clinic under his watch, maybe they've shared the clinic for some of their agents who are supposed, just as we talk about building collapse, and I will call out all the bodies that they have, because it's not for lack of institutions, it's not for lack of laws, it's not for proper enforcement and the proper due diligence from the government side, holding those bodies to account. Why are buildings collapsing? Who licensed them? Who approved the buildings in those areas? Why are they not meeting standard? From foundation level, who tested? Especially those ones that are building in the the lower water, below water areas of Lagos. Who is approving? Who is in charge of it? So the same thing applies to health here. The other day we had a young man whose wife and baby had been killed in a popular hospital in Lagos. He was on TV.
Bring it up.
But he had to get lawyers when there's a body like a farmer. A farmer, in this case, looked to me to have been compromised because he didn't have to get to media if they had done their job. If the man who had the background in medicine, he is himself being a nurse, insists something was not looking right, can you remove all biases and investigate his claims? And then we now think another body that will come. It's just for job creation, really, and revenue generation. That's my. As much as I know we need, we need PASA regulation on those private hospitals and clinics. We need heavy regulation. I don't think a new agency is the thing.
It's the same thing with schools now. Somebody will just wake up and start a school.
I wanted to read the key functions of her farmer, but let me wait for Amaka to give her initial thoughts.
In this Nigeria, we love to multiply duties. Yes.
Duplicity of the agencies, what I was
yes,
for
right?
duplicity.
Yes. So we enjoy it. Like as in you find out that in one ministry, 20 people are doing the same job. Yes, and that's why they sign in late, sign out early. People don't come to work. Files are not being pushed because you don't even know out of the 20 people who on whose decks the paperwork is actually on. That being said, I don't think we need I agree with Nima. We need a new body. We have bodies that if you feel that their duties don't comprise of what you're trying to achieve, you can open new departments already. You can now open new departments in those existing bodies. You don't need to start a brand new regulatory agency. That's one. Then secondly, I beg you, when you people sat down, because we like meetings in this country, I want to believe that a committee was put together. They sat down to now come up with this.
No, I think we're still in talks.
They're still in talks. Okay, so they are still talking. And as they were talking, there must be a reason, or there must be certain reasons that they listed that they feel is lacking. That's informing this decision that they want to make. So when they finish listing it, did they now ask themselves that these other agencies we have, are they performing those things? If they're not performing those things, so far in 2025, what is the report? What is the data? What is first of all the data of all the private hospitals in Lagos? How many times have we gone for inspection? What are the licenses of the doctors, nurses, personnel in that? Have those licenses been updated? Which of the hospitals have is equipped to have surgery? Because the fact that you're a hospital does not mean that you're equipped to carry out certain surgeries. Sometimes you even have, you want to do heart surgery, you have pass me a generator that will go off in the middle of maybe
surgery
of the surgery that
have you seen the one where they use
phone lights, right?
Because light has
so
gone
you're not equipped, and so the inspections of all these places, do you have the right equipment? Do the people, your nurses and the doctors, that they're going for training, the hygiene of the location and the area, when there is infection and emergencies, how you you find out that some hospitals just even have one exit and one entrance. So when there's emergency, they don't even have the emergency section entrance for ambulance to jump in and jump out. Yeah. So have you first of all done the basics and milked all these ones before? So that's my problem is this our country. I don't know.
So I wanted to, just for the benefit of our viewers, especially those who have never heard of FEMA or interacted with them, and as I said earlier, it's the Health Facility Monitoring and Accreditation Agency in Lagos State. Their key functions: accreditation and licensing, standard setting. That's they establish what your minimum operational standards in all facilities should be, monitoring and inspection. So they're supposed to conduct regular checks to ensure ongoing compliance. Then enforcement, meaning they can suspend, revoke licenses, or seal facilities for non-compliance. Then there's also patient safety, where that story you talked about comes in now. Protect the public from substandard care and quackery. So now, in essence, if you have this body that is supposed to do this, have we... I don't know many people who even know that FEMA exists. I don't even know if interacted with them, and if they have met them, you know, at any point. So the question right now is: what are we going to create this new agency to do? Would it be doing exactly what we have under FEMA, or will it be doing something different entirely? I think we can go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll look further into this. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Sonia Tamagi. Fast, play smart, win big. We cash. The game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silent.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer, planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth, unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow. Hope is us, millions of voices, refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Thank you for staying with us. We're still discussing Hefema.
Yes, I was going to say, you see, this Hefema, I didn't know it existed, because if it did, I don't know how that prince that came on our show when his wife had been killed at a hospital or died at, I don't know if she was killed, but she died. He thinks it was negligence on part of the hospital. My sister died, and I know it was negligence as well, so I never knew a body like this existed, because so many hospitals should have been closed down. Now, Nima said something about, it's us that will still shout when they start closing them down. We will still shout, yeah, we are. To me, while hospital can be termed as a business, it's actually there to save lives first, not to make profit first. Do you understand? It's the same thing with the school. You are there to educate the kids first. You have to be an educationist to want to start a school. You want the future of children, not, I want to make profit, I want to make profit, and then you don't train. Because I know my niece, she's 6 years old. Her father had to remove her from school because she wasn't learning to read. Moved her to another school and she has learned to read. In 3 months. Can you imagine? So what I think is wrong, especially in this our society, is we watch something, it will start small, like we watch a pothole, it will be there. If you plug that pothole, it will cost you 50 naira to plug that pothole, but no, you wait till it becomes a crater. In fact, it becomes a mountainous crater before you now start, and then you now start deploying
heavy duty
everything, and it costs so much money. So we don't nip the problem in the bud. We wait till it is over. Do you have a call?
Yes, I do.
Answer it. I haven't finished.
Okay, Latifa from Edo State. Good morning, Latifa.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my contribution, government should please maintain the hospitals, and put the right people there. That's the only solution. Please, they should do that. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay, thank you, Latifa, for your contribution.
And so, I mean, you will see a shop open. It's not supposed to be there. It's on the road. Nobody will say anything. Then another one will open. Then they will establish themselves.
A whole market will open.
100 shops. They have blocked the road. There is traffic there. Then one day, government will just wake up and knock all the shops down. Of course, there will be public outcry, because what were you doing when it was 2 shops? Before public outcry, you could have solved the problem before. You will now wait till they establish. In fact, we now believe that they should be there.
Yes.
So it's the same thing with the hospitals. You have been watching hospital. If a farmer is there, you have not sacked everybody and put new people because the farmer is not doing the work. Put the people that will do the work there. You want to go and open another one. And then,
hearing you say this makes me also wonder if a farmer has something to say about being empowered to carry out their duties.
I wish.
Okay, Amaka, go.
Yeah, because if you ask me, I would say that if anything wants to be set up, for example, where government feels that, okay, we've spoken to this farmer and other agencies and we've probed and somehow they're lax, they're not doing their jobs. Like I said, is it that you fire and replace? That's one. But secondly, you now establish an independent complaint and investigative agency under them, that like a supervisory body, right? That now, so that it also ensures that there's no corruption. Like from what Nima said, that we human beings also complain that they are fighting business owners, right? These are private businesses. So at least we can now know that if you want to shut a hospital down or somebody did something, right? And you come and state to the investigative body. If someone complains, there's room for complaint, and then you come and say, okay, this hospital did that, so we are sanctioning them, we are closing them, then we are sealing them. The investigative independent body can now say, okay, let's go and research and be sure that this actually happened, and that we can, because for the fact that this FM has been here and nobody has closed any hospital with everything that's been going on, it just shows that there's a bit of corruption. No, there's a lot of corruption going on. So what they need is not to set up a brand new agency. is to first of all find out the corrupt people in there that is stopping these jobs from going on, fire them. Then secondly, set up an independent complaint so that the public actually knows that if something happens to you, you're not getting, they're giving you fake jobs or misdiagnoses or certain things are happening. That there's a place they can report that can now push this other people to do their job, and they can also have the resources to investigate properly, and they're now shot. So I think that there should be a balance somewhere.
So I had asked earlier if, you know, on the side of FEFEMA, we've called out maybe the lack of inefficiency of FEFEMA, but this is our country and this is Lagos State. We know how some things work. A body will be set up specifically to do a job, but the people that are supposed to regulate and license have more power than the body. Imagine trying to close down a private hospital, but then the owner is the something of someone, or has relationships to another
something of someone.
Is a body like that truly empowered to carry out you know, their roles like this?
The problem is whether they're independent enough, whether there's no way because this is being proposed by the House of Assembly, which is a body that has a health committee, you know, that should also have clear oversight duties with these people and ensure that they are independent enough, they have the proper financing. Imagine that the Lagos State Agency for, what's it called? The Agency Against Violence Against Persons, what's this agency again? Didn't have its own funding. Imagine how it would be. You know, you report a rape case, but the agency has to go and get one approval from somebody. That's how the FEFEMA should be independent enough. It should be a body on its own, empowered with its own financing to do its job, independent, whether it's Oga's friend that have the hospital or something. You know, I brought it down to, you know, how this, imagine this morning, every day last week for just the past before I traveled, I noticed that the traffic light on our newly commissioned Irede Road, the old Ojo Road, you know, was blinking and failing. As at this morning, that one at Abule Osun, total blackout, and there's a local government down the road.
Okay, let me take this call from Prince. Good morning, Prince.
It's our turn, it's our turn.
Okay, I don't think it's there. Nima, please continue.
You know, we'll say when it's our turn, is our people. If you call out the local government, whatever department for failing to notice that light was not working, because before you know it now, when they allow it fail fully, they will still come as a revenue drive to start arresting cars or will start having accidents. So give them their full independence. Let them know what their budget is. Hold them to account for not using that budget judiciously. That's how it should be.
Look at the way children die at childbirth. Mothers die during childbirth. And it is in these hospitals. It's in these hospitals. And nobody, and the victims will come out. Maybe the surviving spouse will come out and shout, or the parent of the child, dead mother will come out, say, see, this is how they mistreated my dad. Nobody, they go scot-free. They go scot-free.
You know, there was something that the government was saying that this particular agency is overwhelmed. So let's look at it. If they're overwhelmed, could creating a separate agency, maybe that would look at a different part of these roles so that they can now do it properly. And then, you know, Nima had mentioned there's also a way to create jobs. So we're able to create jobs and then take too much burden off FEFEMA, create another body that's able to do a different part of this job and then do it more effectively.
Have they finished paying minimum wage for the people that they already have, the staff they already have? How many of the states are actually paying the new proposed minimum wage? How many states are owing staff salaries that you want to keep creating? What are you creating? What are you creating? It's not us that just finished a strike. Have they finished? You've not finished upset. I don't understand.
This is Lagos State though.
This is Lagos State.
Okay, this is Lagos State. Okay, because from Lagos State, when you start from one, you enter another.
This is what we call. That's why we call for transparency. If FEMA saying this, okay, just show us the work you have done since you have been created. How many hospitals have you shut down? How many hospitals have you gone? Show us what you have done.
Newspaper publication. At least NAFDAC every day they show us every people do they catch.
NAFDAC they go up and down.
Every day they go up and down. Newspaper.
They even get a program for TV where they show you where they go rate.
But do you know one thing that comes to mind that also bothers me a bit? You know that we have a lot of these private hospitals that cater to low-income Lagosians. And they're not the best of hospitals. They don't have the best of facilities. They may have just at least the minimum. These low-income residents are able to access them, able to afford them. I'm afraid that agencies like this would close, would cause people like, our low-income residents not to have access to affordable healthcare. How do we make sure that they're able to also create, provide affordable, accessible healthcare to this group of Lagosians and yet do it, in a safe way? What do we do? Shouldn't there now be like a more local grassroots body that can, license or regulate that?
Across all local governments in Lagos are primary healthcare centers that are functional.
Exactly.
Or top notch.
Yeah, I hear people say that, but people will tell you that there are not enough of them. They are so far apart.
No,
so
it's a matter of
communities
choice.
To get to those.
So what we can say they're not enough.
Yes.
They can't cater to the population per local government. Yes. That's the only thing. They are enough. Not just that they can't cater to the number, because if you carry number in the morning, it can be number 400 by 9 a.m. in the morning. So it's a huge number to cater to. And some of the other perks that the government has put, like free drugs for babies and all of that, they are really siphoning most of those primary health care centers.
Corruption again.
People are buying drugs up to 30,000. I recommended someone to take a child to a primary health care center I will not mention.
30,000.
Because I am sure that that baby would have gotten free health care. She bought drugs that we had to fund for that amount of money. So I was shocked myself.
So it's a failure of regulation.
So it's a failure of regulation across board. If they just regulate and employ more doctors, what they did at the this is not free advert anyway, the maternal and child, is that when you go now, there was this unit they used for giving us COVID vaccine. It's now for the children hospital. So instead of joining the general queue at the mother's side of things, there's a separate one for babies and their immunization. You will see pediatricians in each, at least 4 offices rushing to attend to patients and recommending drugs to ease their work. So they can do better at the primary health care centers, and then they need to do something serious about that primary care and supervise some doctors that are really laxing on their job.
So
you
primary
come to work when you
care
like.
Center also to confirm is government. We're talking
It's
about
government.
private hospitals that try to,
So
help.
People choose which hospital to go. That's why I use that example. You will insist that you don't want to go to a primary health care center. You want one, not because you don't have the option. It's not because you don't have the option.
You need to understand that there's a difference between a clinic and a hospital, right? And then across board, regardless of whether you're looking for a cheap hospital or an expensive hospital, there are certain things that should be found and how certain standards a clinic or a hospital.
Exactly.
Yes,
clinic is clinic.
Hospital is hospital.
That's what they're meant to do. That's what Hefema really meant to do. I think
everybody
for us, this conversation,
hospital.
Yes, this conversation has highlighted the Hefema itself, that agency, that we have a body that is meant to regulate, and obviously for many Lagosians, it doesn't. At least for those of us here who are sample size, it does not seem like we've interacted with them. So government needs to look at the body that already exists and empower it to do better instead of duplicating an agency that will just be doing the same thing. Thank you so much, ladies, for another wonderful show.
Thank you for hosting us.
Welcome back, YK.
Welcome back, YK. But that's all we can take of the show today. Join us tomorrow for another interesting show. Bye for now.
Bye.